Yo, what is up, everybody? Master Stumpy here, and we're live with the NFL2K5 Sim League. We are in Week 7 of Year 1 with these teams: the Dolphins, Eagles, Falcons, Jaguars, Lions, Packers, Patriots, Ravens, Seahawks, Texans, and Vikings. With that said, let's simulate. Alrighty. We're going to simcast one game, and with that being said, it's gonna be the Green Bay Dallas game. Hey, Baltimore wins. Congratulations, Baltimore. We got Philadelphia versus the Browns. The Browns win. Jacksonville versus Colts. The Colts win. We'll have the Falcons, Chiefs, and the Chiefs win, moving to 6-0. Miami versus St. Louis. Rams win. Vikings versus Titans. Hey, the Vikings get their first win on the year. Detroit versus New York. New York wins. New York Jets versus Patriots. Battle for first place in the AFC East. And the Patriots win. Seattle versus Cardinals. And the Seahawks win. And now for the simcast, or gamecast, I guess. Alright. Interception by the Cowboys. First drive for the Cowboys, punt is the result. Second drive for the Packers results in a punt. Next drive for the Cowboys, that results in a punt. Back and forth punts all day. Cowboys punt. Shocker, another punt. Flip. Hey, we'll flip the script. Field goal for the Cowboys takes the 3-0 lead. Interception by the Packers. Touchdown, Packers. Green Bay scores the touchdown in the second quarter. Cowboys punt on the drive following the touchdown they gave up. Injury on the play. Must be either Leroy Glover or Willie Blade. So. Field goal is good for the Packers. 10-3. Green Bay. Touchdown. Cowboys ties the game back up at 10-all. Following the touchdown. The Packers miss a field goal entering halftime. We're just going to ignore that. The Cowboys be driving. They fumbled it. Alright then. Well, that didn't go as expected for the Packers. Packers will punt. So will the Cowboys. See if the Packers can score with excellent field position. Injury. Oh, crap. Touchdown, Packers! Let's go check the injury report. It's another Cowboy. That's Nagoyan. End of the third quarter. And the start of the fourth quarter with the Cowboys punting. Touchdown, Packers! Taking the 23-17. And an interception by the Packers. Touchdown, Packers! Following the interception. 30-17. I think it should be 31. Touchdown, Packers! A punt return touchdown this time. And the Packers have taken the lead. With a 20-point lead, we are going to sim to the end. As that is the final, 37-17. Packers get the win. Let's finish out this week, and we'll watch the NFL ESPN SportsCenter show. Raiders win, and the Broncos win. Here is your weekly SportsCenter. This is SportsCenter.
Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Panthers come away with a decisive 10-point win. DeAndre Island stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Colts win their fourth game of the year. Tim Carter pulled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Giants beat the Lions. On the east side of the bay at Oakland, we had the Raiders walk away with a 6-point victory. Up at Lambeau Field, we had the Packers put on a show and come out on top by 20. Eagles, Browns. Jeff Garcia looking over the defense from the 22-yard line, and a pump fake. Everybody stops. Oh, that buys the time for the TD. The Browns win this one by the final score of 35-24. Stop. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Alan Faneca won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without it. It's reported that he's broken his hip, and if that's the case, he'll be out for 5 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Brian Westbrook might be the biggest loss on this list. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
The Patriots erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at Gillette Stadium. The Chiefs won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Colts. Ronald McKinnon had yet another productive game, keeping his streak alive, and in the end, it wasn't enough to get the win. Garrison, first I look at the Hurst. They had 2 touchdown passes and helped his Broncos beat the Bengals. Bills, Ravens.
Hey, Bills, Ravens.
Musa Smith is inside his own 20.
There's the running back.
Goes off right tackle. The defense must have been fast asleep. The midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, 82 yards. The Ravens go on to win this by the final score of 20-17.
Wow.
By the warm waters of Tampa Bay, we had the Buccaneers lose by a 12-point margin. And last but not least, we had the Rams come away victorious. So that'll That'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime players.
Ooh.
Each and every one of these men had a week to remember.
Rodney Harrison had a good day, being the only user player out there.
We'll see you next.
Well, alrighty. Well, I will look at everything following this loading screen. As of week 8, let's see what ESPN says. Team standings. On the AFC or NFC side, the Packers lead the NFC North 5-2. Everyone else has a losing record. Lions being 2-4, Bears 2-4, Vikings 1-5. On the NFC South, the Buccaneers 5-2, while the Falcons are 4-3, Panthers 3-3, and the Saints 3-4. In the NFC West, the Rams lead it 6-1, while the Seahawks and Niners tie at 3-3 behind them. Cardinals still winless at 0-6. NFC East, the Giants lead the NFC East at 5-1, with the Eagles and Redskins tied at 3-3 each. Cowboys 2-4. Over to the AFC side, the Steelers lead the AFC North 5-1, while the Ravens Bengals are tied at 3-3, and the Browns are 3-4. Over on the AFC South, the Colts lead it 4-2, while the Titans are 4-3, Texans 3-3, Jaguars 2-5. AFC West, the Chiefs are undefeated still at 6-0, and that leading the West. While the Raiders are 4-3, Broncos are 3-4, and the Chargers have yet to win a game at 0-7. Over to the AFC East, last but not least, we go 5-1 Patriots, then the 4-2 Jets, the 2-5 Dolphins, and the 1-5 Buffalo Bills. That is how the standings crank out after week 7. Statistics will be announced and awards announced after the season is over. We'll look at injuries report later. In the power rankings after week 7 go like this. The Kansas City Chiefs lead the league at 6-0. Number 1, Rams 6-1 or 6 at number 2. Tampa Bay at 3. New York at 4. New York Giants. New England Patriots at 5. To round out the top 5. The Patriots being the best rated user team out of all of them right now. Green Bay at 9, 5-2. They jump up 3 spots. Oh, the Patriots jump up 2 spots after their win over the Jets. Tennessee rounding out the top 10 at 4-3. Atlanta drops down 1 spot from 10 to 11. The Philadelphia Eagles right behind him at 12, losing 1 spot. Seattle going up 1 spot from 15 to 14 after beating the Cardinals. Houston drops down from 14 to 16 after their loss to the Titans. The Baltimore Ravens gain 3 spots on the board after beating the Buffalo Bills. And Detroit loses 5 spots after losing to the Giants. While Jacksonville right behind them at 26. Miami at 28, and Minnesota at 30. No gain, no loss. And then the 2 winless teams being at 31 and 32, as they should be. Looking at the injury report after week 7, going team by team, user team by user team. The Dolphins. Sam Madison is out 2 weeks with a collapsed lung. Reggie Howard out 9 weeks with a broken ankle. Tim Bowen's out 20 weeks. I thought he was on IR. All right, Larry Chester out 4 weeks with a hyperextended elbow. Geno James out 1 week with a shoulder tendonitis. Derek Pope, the rookie inside linebacker, out 2 weeks with a broken foot. Moreland Greenwood out 7 weeks with a broken ankle. Junior Seau is out 4 weeks with a broken elbow. Eddie Moore out 1 week with a food poisoning. Back spasms for David Boston puts him out for 2 weeks. Broken ribs for Snoop Minnis, 2 weeks. Broken vertebrae for Tim Bowens, out 20 weeks on IR. Eagles just dealing with an injury to Brian Westbrook with a torn MCL, out for pretty much the entire regular season. The Falcons are dealing with 2 injuries at the moment, both to corners Jason Webster and Todd McBride. Todd McBride, broken vertebrae, is out 23 weeks and put on IR. Jason Webster, 6 weeks, broken ankle. Jaguars dealing with 3 injuries currently, one being to Chris Thompson, the rookie, but he's only out for 1 week. And Brad Meester, the center, out 2 weeks with a pulled hamstring. And Rashawn Mathis out the longest with 4 weeks, dealing with a broken kneecap. The Lions have 3 injuries, all 4 weeks. And Earl Holmes, Az Zahir Hakim, and Tommy Harris out all 4 weeks with pulled calf muscle, foot stress fracture, and broken foot, respectively. Packers have 1 injury to worry about, Robert Ferguson, dealing with a broken shoulder for 2 weeks. Patriots have 3 injuries to worry about. Richard Seymour out 3 weeks, hairline arm fracture. Free safety Eugene Wilson out 1 week with migraines. And Roosevelt Colvin, the outside linebacker, out 5 weeks with a broken foot. Raiders, not relevant to Ravens. Chris McAllister, their best corner, out 2 weeks with a broken foot, as is Will Demps, out 1 week with a broken foot. Jamal Lewis on IR with ruptured Achilles. Seahawks dealing with 1 injury. Their guard, Chris Gray, out 1 week with a sprained wrist. Texans, Robert Smith, out 3 weeks, broken foot. Gerard Baxter, the fullback, out 1 week with a broken finger. Jay Foreman, out 2 weeks with a pulled calf muscle. J.J. Moses, receiver, out 1 week with a broken finger. Quincy Morgan, out 1 week with knee tendonitis. And a spinal injury for Ron Dugans puts him out 20 weeks and put on IR. Last but not least, Rod Davis, out 5 weeks with a hairline arm fracture, inside linebacker. Chris Claiborne, out 5 weeks, pulled hamstring. Marcus Bell, inside linebacker, has a concussion, out 8 weeks. And E.J. Henderson, out for his entire career due to a foot stress fracture. And those are all the injuries we have to deal with thus far. If you guys watch this now or later, let me know if you want to make any moves regarding to your team by week 8, and I will do so for you. And with that said, we will simulate week 8. Not today, of course, but next week. And then following week 8, we are going to do an entire season sim. So we will simulate to the playoffs next week after week 8. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it very much. If you guys do watch this now or later, check it out. Hit that like button down below and give it a little click, and subscribe if you're new. I greatly appreciate all the support as we're nearing 200 subscribers. We are 10 away at 190 right now. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Have a great day, and peace out.